welcome to our instructional information video just on how you should take a chlamydia screening test in an outreach or community-based location. So we've engaged with our young person Jason here. He has volunteered to do a chlamydia test for us. So first of all, Jason, just to ask you, have you been to the toilet? Have you passed urine or gone for a piss in the last hour?
No, I didn't.
You didn't, good man. Okay, so what I'm going to get you to do first of all is just take this bottle for us. If you can just pee in here what you first do and fill it at least to the top of the white label here, okay? Just with the first bit of urine that you pass. You can go do that for us first of all. Thank you. Okay, so it's important to make sure that the young person hasn't passed urine within the last hour. If they have, they may have flushed any evidence of the infection away. So it needs at least an hour between the last time that they actually passed urine before collecting the sample. And it's also important that you get them to ensure that they collect the first passed urine, the first void urine, not a midstream sample. And you need really for the sample to be filled all the way up to the top. So if they just fill kind of a little bit, a little drop on the bottom, that's not really going to be enough for the laboratory to run the test. So ideally get them to pee at least to the top of the white label here. It's a good idea if you're doing the chlamydia screening with young people, particularly if you've got a large group, that you get them to go and do their urine sample before you ask them to fill out the chlamydia screening form. Just that if you have lots and lots of people that are doing the screening, say at an outreach event, then you can get lots of forms all over the place that are partially completed and lots of bottles of urine being thrust at you all at the same time, and it can all get a bit confused and muddled. And it's quite important obviously that the right urine goes with the right form in the right pack. So what we tend to do in practice is get the young person to go do the urine, keep their urine on them, on their person, until you're ready to take it from them once they've filled in their form. Okay, Jason, great, so you've done the urine. What I'm going to do is ask you just to keep that with you for a minute while you fill out the form for me. Alright, I'll just lift this bit off. This is your receipt here for doing the chlamydia test with us, so you need to keep this somewhere safe. This has got your unique screening number on, so you'll be texted with your chlamydia result in 3 or 4 days. If you haven't heard within 2 weeks, then you can give this telephone number here a call, and our colleagues at the chlamydia screening office will check up your result for you when you quote this unique number. Okay? So it's only if you haven't heard or got your result back within 2 weeks. So if you keep that somewhere safe, alright, fill out this form for me. Okay. The most important thing we need on here is today's date in this bit here. Okay. We need your date of birth, and we need whatever name you want to use. It's a good idea to use your real name. If you don't want to put your full name, then just your first name is fine, but ideally your whole name. Okay? All the information we take is confidential. Alright, and we need a mobile number and your full postcode. If you don't want to put your full home address, that's fine, but we do need the full postcode and your mobile number, because you'll be texted with your result in 3 or 4 days. If we don't have the correct mobile number, we won't be able to get the result to you. Okay? And these questions here are optional, but it was really helpful if you can answer these for us. Okay? And then I just need you to put your name and your date of birth again on this little green sticker down the bottom there for me. Okay? So I'll let you just fill that in for a minute. So again, it's a good idea just to make sure that you've got the full date of birth, that you've got the full postcode, and that you've got the young person's name and a mobile number, because that's how they're going to receive their results. They don't have to give their full postal address if they don't want to. Some young people are a bit reluctant to give their full postcode because they think that that means that we're going to be able to trace where they live. So if you come across that problem, you might just want to reassure them that whilst their full postcode will tell us what street they live on and what section of the street they live on, it doesn't actually tell us what house or flat number they are within that street. So it's not actually giving away their full home address. But it is important for the public health statistics that we do get the full postcode, as that will tell us the exact place of residence of that young person in terms of their local authority borough. They don't need to give their full postal address if they don't want to, but if some young people don't have a mobile phone through which they can get their result, they may tick on the form that they want their result by letter, in which case we will need their full home address. You might want to just discuss with young people in that scenario though that a letter will be sent to their home, and that may be an issue if they perhaps don't want a parent or guardian to see that they're getting an official looking type letter coming through the post. So most young people are equipped with a mobile phone and would rather receive their results by text message. The optional section 3 questions about ethnicity and sexual activity are optional, so if the young person doesn't feel comfortable answering those, that's absolutely fine, they can just leave those blank. Okay, all done there, Jason?
All done.
Excellent. So we've got your date of birth, your full name and your mobile number to get your results. That's great. And what I'm going to do is just take the sticky label here and we're going to pop this onto the sample here. Okay. And then this is going to just go into our postal proof container here. That goes then into the back of the specimen bag, which we can then seal. And then the whole thing gets neatly folded up, and we place that just into the padded postal envelope, and that then gets sealed, and that can go in the post as soon as possible to get it to the laboratory. You'll notice that I kept to one side this little label here, and that's because you should just be keeping a log of the samples that you sent. You shouldn't keep any personal details of the young persons, so you shouldn't be logging their name or their date of birth, but you can log the unique test number. So you just place this sticker in your logbook along with the date that you took the sample. I'm going to put that here to place in our logbook afterwards. In your logbook you should just be putting the location that you took the sample, the date that you took the sample, and that unique reference number. Any questions, Jason? No? Great. So what we're going to do, because you've done the test with us here today, which is really good, you get a free incentive. So we can offer you some sexy headphones, a designer t-shirt, or some I've been checked underpants.
I will take the underpants.
Excellent. And you want some condoms to go with that?
Thank you.
Okay. Thanks a lot, Jason. And that's really it. Not really rocket science, but just make sure that you've got the key data sets, so the date of birth, their name, contact mobile number, and their full postcode.